I'm Saitech and welcome back to the channel Saitech. In today's video to do the annual benchmark test comparison between the Poco X3 Pro versus the Oneplus 8T device. Yes friends, the Poco X3 Pro has got the Snapdragon 860 processor, whereas the Oneplus 8T has got the Snapdragon 865 chipset. Let's see which phone has got what type of results and how much difference we can actually expect between these both phones. And one thing is that the Poco X3 Pro has been updated to the latest MIUI 12.5.3 as well. This is my first time doing this kind of update after the MIUI 12.5. Let's see how much score we can actually get in the Poco X3 Pro and the Oneplus 8T, and which phone will heat how much. That is another most important thing, the temperature as well. One more quick note, the Oneplus 8T is already used 98% of the storage, as you can see friends. So don't try to look at the overall score, try to look at the CPU and the GPU usage. And Poco X3 Pro, I did not feel much of the storage at this point. It's only a little bit kind of occupied, as you can see. So don't try to look at the overall score, try to look at the only CPU and the GPU score. That is the one thing which I thought of just mentioning before starting the video. But let's get started by let me to clear all the background applications, so nothing is running in the background in both phones. So yes, nothing is running. I don't have to put in the airplane mode as well, so I don't want any kind of disturbance as well in terms of the messages or anything. So everything is set right now. Let me try to turn on the annual benchmark test. So both phones are started at the same time. So let's see friends, which phone has got what type of temperatures before starting the test. So right now it's of 31 degrees, 31.6, not bad, 31.6 degrees. And backside it's of 30.8 degrees, as you can see the backside. So 31.2. Slightly decrease the volume. And the Oneplus 8T has got 33 degrees. As you can see friends, 33.6, not bad at all. And the backside is of 32.8 degrees. My room temperature is pretty low, it's only 30 degrees at this point. As you can see, it's not that much. So overall friends, I think both phones are kind of close to each other in terms of the temperatures wise. Slightly higher in the Oneplus 8T, a little bit, but not much. Just see. So which phone will be having the what kind of score if you try to do the annual benchmark test between MIUI 12.5 Poco X3 Pro versus the Oneplus 8T smartphone. So I will be back after a couple of minutes just to show you how is the temperatures. So in case if you have any other queries regarding these both phones, so let me know in the comment section below friends. Definitely I'll be able to make a video on that particular topic as soon as possible for you all. So let me know in the comment section below. So I will be back after when the battery percentage, annual benchmark percentage gets close to 50%, then we'll be able to decide the temperatures. So right now, as you can see, it's been kind of close to 74 minutes exactly. Let's check the temperatures. So 36.4 degrees. So right now in the Poco X3 Pro, 36.4. So not bad. So 36.4 is the highest in the Poco X3 Pro. And let's check in the Oneplus 8T. How much is the temperatures? Oneplus 8T has got 35.4, not bad. So 35.4 is the temperature in this phone, Oneplus 8T. So I cannot find any kind of 36 degrees, nothing. I think 35 is the highest in the Oneplus 8T, and Poco X3 Pro reached up to 36.8. So if you do remember the beginning of the test, so in the beginning the Poco X3 Pro was having the really less temperatures, but later on it went up higher than the Oneplus 8T as well. As you can see friends clearly in this kind of testing. That's the one thing which you need to note down. So let's see how much difference we can actually expect Snapdragon 860 versus Snapdragon 865, and try to look at the CPU and the GPU scores most of the time, not the total score please, because the memory I already filled in this phone, so it is not fair enough to judge the Oneplus 8T phone at this point. So that is the reason try to focus only on the CPU and the GPU scores. As you can see friends, the scores are completely finished, and 5,78,000 and 6,33,000 on the Oneplus 8T, which we got the results. And let's compare the CPU and the GPU scores. So CPU and the GPU scores are 150 and 184, as you can compare both, and 2 lakhs versus 2,16,000, as you can see friends. So in terms of the GPU, there is not much difference, only 10,000, but in the CPU you can see. So there's a kind of difference, kind of close to I think 30,000 difference is there at this point, 25,000 to 30,000 difference. And the temperatures are slightly higher in the Poco X3 Pro. Yes, the Poco X3 Pro is getting slightly higher than the Oneplus 8T device in terms of doing the annual benchmark test. So this is the overall comparison friends between these both phones, and the results are I think close to 55,000 kind of difference is there in terms of the annual benchmark test results. So not much difference I would say in terms of the performance and overall, but I'll try to do the side-by-side speed test comparison as well. So which phone is the best in terms of the speed test between these two phones. So make sure to stay tuned for those information in case if you're interested. Poco F3 Pro versus the Oneplus 8T device in terms of doing the speed test comparison. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video friends. Until then, stay tuned for more updates. Bye.